What's up, people? This video is going to be about how a natural bodybuilder should go through his water depletion a week out from the competition. Before we get started, make sure you hit the sub button and hit the like button. Let's go ahead and get into it. Natural bodybuilding. First, I'm gonna go through the mistakes that I've made for the first competition that I did, just because of the fact I didn't know any better and I didn't have any guidance. Now, the first time I competed was in 09. I did everything on my own. Going from 269, 270 to 169 for my first competition in less than a year. I did my version of, I guess you can call it the Atkins diet, or what I thought keto dieting was. I just ate straight meat. No greens, no nothing else. Straight meat. And that had some negative side effects to it. But another mistake that I made was the way I went about going through my water depletion, fluid depletion a week out from the competition. A lot of times in the gym, what we'll do is, if we'll see somebody that has competed, if we don't know anything about it, we'll take everything that they say literally and we'll run with it and we'll try it. Just for the simple fact that we don't know any better. So what I was told for the first competition was 2 weeks out, I need to be just drinking 1 bottle of water. By the time I hit 1 week out, I need to be just drinking half a bottle of water. And I needed to take my over-the-counter diuretics. I can't even remember the name of it, but it was just the first one that I saw at Walmart. Now, needless to say, my first competition, I actually won. I won the open. I was a middleweight. I won the novice. I think it was light heavy, and I won the overall novice. So the turnout was pretty good. But from going from that first competition to see how I looked in my second competition, which was my first NPC competition, even though still natural, I competed in the NPC, I could see a big difference. And one of the major differences was the amount of detail that I was able to bring into my first NPC show in comparison to my first natural bodybuilding competition. So like I said, 2 weeks out, I was just drinking 1 bottle of water a day. 1 week out, I was just drinking half a bottle of water a day. And just imagine how I might have felt like I was in hell for doing that. But I religiously stuck to it. I didn't slip with it, not one bit. What came with that was a lot of constipation, dry mouth, and just feeling like pure shit. So when I was finally able to link up with somebody else that actually competed and was successful on the NPC stage, this person actually taught me a lot. And one of the main things that changed from the first competition outside of the dieting was the way that I went through my water depletion phase. Many of us believe that the less that we take in, the better it'll be. But for somebody that's been competing or dieting, or somebody that knows about nutrition, you know that the less you put in your body, the more your body is going to want to hold on to it. So that's what actually happened. Now, I thought I was peeled for the first show, but I was just skinny with abs and a lot of cuts, veiny and vascular. But I was able to add that into my first NPC show, and once I learned how to do it the proper way, it just made so much of a difference. I felt a lot better. The only downfall to it was I was pissing a lot, which is also a good thing. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna tell you what I actually did. A week out, starting that Monday, I would drink 2 gallons of water. It sounds ass backwards, but it actually makes a lot of sense, because what actually happens is that the more that you put in your body, the more your body is willing to get rid of it. So day 1 through day 3, it was 2 gallons of water a day. I would cut it off at 6 o'clock. Then day 4 was 1 gallon. But I'm still pissing like I'm taking in 2 gallons. And the day out from the competition, that Friday, it would be half a gallon, and I would make sure I cut it off at 6 o'clock. The main thing is, let's get it out your head that, you know, the less amount, the better. when your body is taking in 2 gallons of water, you're going to be pissing like a racehorse. So your body for those first 3 days is going to be so used to pissing. It doesn't feel a need to actually hold on to the fluids or the water. So by the time you hit that 4th day and you're doing a gallon of water, you're still pissing like you're taking in 2 gallons. Guess what happens the night before when you take in half and cut it off at 6? Guess how you're pissing? You're still pissing like you took in 2 gallons. And the thing is, again, just like, say for instance, when you're doing a keto diet and you completely deplete your body of carbs, and many of us do this keto or somewhere close to any type of low carb diet, what normally happens after you binge after a competition? The next day you'll look good. Your body wants to hold on to every carb that it can get, because you've been depleting your body for 12, maybe 14, even 16 weeks a lot of times. So when you finally put that back into your body just wants to hold on to it. So it's the same actual process with water. Your body's gonna go into survival mode. So when you just take in just a little bit of water, your body's gonna wanna hold on to that little bit of water. And yeah, you're pissing and you're thinking that you're pissing out a lot of water, but your body is actually holding on to that shit. But when you start off with drinking 2 gallons, even some cats do 3. I wouldn't suggest that if this is your first time. Your body doesn't feel the need to hold on to it. So when you throw in your over-the-counter diuretic, that's actually helping out the process too. And by the time you step on stage the next morning, or when you decide to carb up, that little bit of water that's left in the your body, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna explain it right, so I'm not gonna even try to do that shit. But doing it that way worked a lot better for me, and I've been doing it ever since. And like I said, a lot of people may even try 3 gallons of water for the first 3 days, or for the first 2 days, and drop down to 2 gallons. I tried that actually one time and it didn't work out so well. But that sweet spot was the 2 gallons 3 days, 1 gallon the 4th day, half a gallon a night out from the show, and cutting it off at 6 o'clock. And all the way up until the next morning, I was steady just pissing, getting rid of water. And guess what? I saw acid detail, striations, all that good shit that you want to see when you try and deplete water. So let's not necessarily just go by what may make sense to the average person. Make sure you do your research before you just do some dumb shit like that. Because obviously it's unhealthy. And it's for the most part, with most people, it's going to backfire on you. So again, 2 gallons, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, 1 gallon. Day 5, which will be a night out from the competition, it'll be half a gallon, and you cut it off by 6 o'clock. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the sub button. And if you found the video informal or beneficial, make sure you share it with your other bodybuilding friends. Till next time, I'm out.